What's up, guys? Sean Don coming back at you. Technical analysis. Here we have Max Davis throwing a 35-pound pud, which I guess is pretty much a weight. So, yeah, let's get right to it. Alright, first glance, Max, I would say overall just try to relax. Relax your arms. It looks a little tight. When you're throwing weight, it's hard to relax completely. I don't know, I think it's a paradox, you know. It's heavy, so it should help you feel and relax more, but at the same time, it's heavy, so you got to kind of hold on to it, and you tighten up more. So number one, if you're not using any sort of like tacky or spray adhesive or something like that on your glove and your hands, definitely try that out on the outside of your left hand, on the inside of your right hand. It will help you relax, and it'll take a little bit to get used to on the release because you'll have to time it up differently. But that'll be something that'll help you start throwing farther, like immediately. Otherwise, let's break it down. Here's a little two-turn pud. So the sling start, I'm a fan. It looks a little short though, because you do so you bring the weight up, and then you bring the weight up again, so up, down, up, and then what goes up right there must come back down. And then you can see your arms a little tight right there. You can even see the strain in your facial expression, and that really doesn't look like you connect with it. And this is one of the dangers of doing the sling start. You really don't look like you can connect with it until about like there. Honestly, it's hard to say with your arms being a little tight. Yeah. So definitely on the sling start, just think about bringing it flat across. So instead of bringing it up, down, up, and then letting it come back down, I know it's 35 pounds, so it's pulling on you, so it's hard to lift it up. But the more you can think about just bringing the weight literally around your body rather than up and down and up and down, just bring it flat. So catch it at this point right here, right about there, and then just push it flat across. So you're going to have to use a little bit of your shoulders to lift it up, and it'll take a little bit to get used to, but after you build up the specific strength, it'll be a much, much easier throw. Because right now it comes low right there, and then comes high. Once again, what goes up must come down, what goes down must come up. And that makes a lot of things hard on you in this entry. So that's the first thing to work on, flatten out that sling start. Secondly, after that, you can see the left side doing a lot of the work right here. You see that left foot clamping down. You see your heel turning, obviously, so it's got to do something. But you definitely need to think about using more of your right leg as the pud or the ball, I'll call it the ball, as the ball comes to zero. Because the right leg doesn't really turn until it's too late, pretty much. And you can see the left side pretty much flop. This is an interesting dance move right here. So you can see in this frame, in these couple frames right here, there's a lot of things that could be fixed. So yeah, number one, you can once again just still see the tension through the arms. Like I said, that's probably the biggest thing to work on. That's going to be your quickest way to find some meters. Secondly, I mean, you really don't lead with your head too much. And honestly, your left side isn't that far ahead. When you're throwing a putt, it's really hard because you're trying to do everything you can to get it going because it's so heavy and so slow. So you're going to recruit that left side. But then as you can see right here, your hip is right over your heel. But then as the ball goes left through zero, your hip shifts back and 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 back. So, not a very good setup here. If you could do, and this is where the right side comes into play. I feel like a broken record. The right side goes around the left side. So this left heel plants right there, and you want to try to keep this left hip right there and you want to use this right side to push that ball out left around this left side, and you also want to maintain that left side axis. So you want to maintain this hip right here. This right side works around, and then ideally as you come through here, you're not sitting far back here. And you can see it's hard to guess, but I'd say you have like 70% of your weight, if not more, on your right side, and not very much weight on your left side. And you can even see, and this is another common error. I'll wait before I get on that. But yeah, so use that right side to get around your left side. And then another common error that happens in a heel start, especially when you don't really have someone to kind of coach you and teach you up, or teach you and coach you up, is to, when you think about putting that heel down, and I had this problem, I still do, when you try to get to that heel, you think about putting your heel down by straightening your leg, by straightening this left leg out, rather than just turning onto it. So as the ball comes through here, if you turn that right side, the left heel will eventually come down, whereas you can see you put that left heel down by straightening that left leg, because you can see at this position right here, your left leg is pretty much straight, when ideally you want this knee to be more over the heel, and once again your hip is going to be closer to your heel as well. But you can see everything's kind of piked backwards. And then once again, another good position, you can see tension through the arms, just a slight bend. So then as you come through, left side's leading just a bit, that foot kind of flops because it doesn't come off the ground, which is good, but you can see that left foot open up way before the ball, while the right foot is way back here. At this point, the right foot should be off the ground. You see there's just a lot of weight on this right side, and it kind of shifts, and you can see the weight is almost in control of you as it comes around this left side, as you get pulled around just a bit. So definitely work that right side more as you come through in the entry. A little steep for a pud throw. I understand it's 2 turns, so it's hard to get, it's hard to stay flat on one and then build orbit in 2. But the thing is, you don't really need to think about building orbit, especially when you're building, or when you're throwing a pud or a weight, because it'll kind of take care of itself. So don't lift at all. Don't lift up, don't push down, just push it flat across, and gravity will do its job. So then yeah, as you come through, you could just still see that pike in that left leg, and then you do a good job of getting around and trying to catch it early. And honestly, you can see right there, posture is not bad. So that left leg straightened out, so your center of mass rises a little bit. You stand up a little bit taller. This right leg catches pretty much straight. And I mean, your hips are almost under you, which is pretty solid. Shoulders are almost back. So that's good. That's a hard thing to do when your hips go backwards like that so much. I'd guess that you maybe feel yourself getting pulled forward a lot in this position right here, because of that hip pike. And then as you come through here, you can see it's almost, your left and right side are almost working together. Your right side's working a little better there, just a little bit. And then, but you can still see this lift as the ball goes left. And then, once again, you straighten that left leg out, and that left side leads, and that left foot opens up before the ball. And then you kind of, you can even see it right here, because you have this sort of tilt. If you look at this left side axis, it's all going this way. So you're just a little bit off balance rather than being straight up and down that left side. I mean, you catch 2 really early. Heel catch, interesting tactic. I don't know if you do that on purpose or not. Definitely think about trying to catch on the ball of your foot, especially in the final turn. Doing a heel catch on the first turn, no problem. But any turn after that, try to catch on the ball of your foot. That way you can get your right foot moving much sooner. So you catch, and then so you eventually do come to the ball of your foot, which is good. But, and once again, you can see that left foot clamps down, and that left side just working a little bit to get the ball going. In the final turn, that left leg straightens out, like I said, so this is going to be the most extreme left leg straightening. It's on the finish, so it's not a huge deal. But you can see in your turns, I can pretty much tell you this is going to happen. This is my first time looking at the video, so. And then you can even see the tension in your arms as you release. You can see your biceps just starting to pull your elbows in. So, yeah, I mean, pretty solid finish. Get through it pretty well. I like it. I like the finish. But unfortunately, a good finish does not mean a good throw. It's usually, just you doing everything you can to salvage it. So yeah, one more time through. Flatten out this sling start. Really try to cement that left side in as the ball goes left. Use the right side more. Turn the right foot, turn the right knee, turn the right hip, whatever it takes. Turn that right knee into the left side. But yeah, so just think about calming this left side down and using more of that right side and letting the ball pass. I also think if you flatten out that sling start, it'll just make everything easier. And then same thing in the second turn. Calm that left side down, work that right side more. Relax those arms. And the better you get that left side set in the entry, and the flatter you get, the easier it's going to be in the second turn. You're going to catch earlier, and that means farther throws. And then above all, like I said, just relax your arms. That is the biggest thing. So, all right, thanks for watching, guys. Sean Don, peace and out. If you want a technical analysis of your own, hit me up on Instagram, SD Throws. Go to my website, atlaspeakperformance.com. Yeah, so that's all I got for you. Until next time.